Hello everyone, my name is Pixie People, and today we're going to talk about what if Deku had was a kaiju. I hope you're excited for the whole God of War background. I had the game for a while. I've already beaten it. It's a new game. I hope you can hear me over the absolutely godly music. But alright, I need to turn that down. Sadly, I must turn down the godly soundtrack that is this game. Highly recommend. Play it all the way through it. There's so much stuff to do. Okay, let's get on with the story. So, where we left off was, you can actually probably enjoy this whole thing, just mute me. You guys don't have to listen to me, it's just background. So, after Deku, turned in for the day, then woke up, and, having to start a new day, before he could even get out of bed, uh, a bug flies in and stabs him, right through the heart. But this bug, instead of it actually killing Deku, he just crushes it beneath his two hands, without even trying. Nothing even happens. He just tears the needle out and then throws it. And then he just says, another one of these? I had to deal with these ones twice already. And then after Deku heals it, and then gets his uniform on, puts his hat on, absolute drip on my mans. If you're wondering why they're not talking, it's because I turned off the dialogue. So after Deku got all his day together, he got a little French omelet. He holds it in his hands, eating it. He even puts a coat on since it's a bit chilly today. Which is not a normal occurrence, because Japan is really hot. So he brings his coat that he made for my deer. It's absolutely awesome. Okay, I feel that the audio of the overall sound should be turned down by 3. Okay, as I was saying. Deku walking out of his house, and then getting into his police chief car, driving to work this time instead of just paroling, and then gets out of the car and gets into the building, only to see the number one kaiju slayer, All Might, there. Deku shocked because, oh my god, it's All Might, entering his humble abode, his humble police chief area. So Deku runs up to, not runs, but like jogs to All Might and knocks on the wood. Knocks on wood to alert All Might. All Might turns around to see this green-haired boy with assumedly the captain's uniform. And then All Might says, you must be the captain, Izuku Midoriya, correct? That that would be me. So, you need something? All Might saying, exactly, I do need something from you. So, in your district yesterday, we saw a kaiju kill a other kaiju. Did you see any situation? Deku then gets one droplet from his head and says, yeah, he did see a giant kaiju with horns and glowing green body save a child from a crab kaiju. No one knows what the crab kaiju even looks like since Deku pummeled it so dang hard. So All Might says, well, if you see anything, please notify us. And then he takes out like a comm and then gives it to Deku. He also says, if you ever need a call, then then I'm here. I will be there. And after the whole Izuku evading the police, the kaiju force, and not trying to get them on his back again, like when he was 17. Okay, weave. Okay. But Deku, after deciding to... Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to speak, lady. Could you get the fuck off me? Thank you. Okay, thank you, Atreus. Okay. So, after that, thanks for the missing my cool sweater, Atreus, Freya. Okay, let's continue what I was saying. So Deku, evading the kaiju police. Basically, the kaiju police. That's basically what they are. I already know how to deal with your ass. Get off me. Oh. Off me. Come on, Atreus. Up. Okay. So Deku, doing his patrol, and then, lo and behold, but like way louder than what I'm doing it. Stab. So Deku, just talking mid being stabbed. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a frick. Get out of here. Stop the place. Okay. So, goodbye, Freya. Goodbye, Freya. I must finish this YouTube video. Okay. So after Deku, oh my god, even me turning off the dialogue did not stop her screaming. Oh god. Alright, let's continue. Deku, relaxing, breathing in and out because he just met the #1 kaiju slayer. And if the kaiju slayer saw his armored plating under his clothes, he'd probably try killing him. And he did not want that, so of course he doesn't really tell him about him being a kaiju. Of course he wouldn't. Like, that makes total sense. So Deku, playing the part of his police chief. He's like driving around, and then, yeah, of course, I already explained this. So Deku has to get out of his car, because, well, actually he doesn't get out of his car. He starts zooming around again to see if there's anyone else. But luckily the kaiju slayers were much quicker this time. So the squadron of Bakugo, Kirishima, Todoroki, and we'll just put Sato on there for the muscle. He's the muscle. While the two, Bakugo and Todoroki are the attackers, while Kirishima's the shield. So, you got the muscle, the attackers, and the shield. But Deku, seeing them, looking at Bakugo, and, like, knowing that that's his childhood friend, thinking, oh, okay, I can just meet him after the kaiju attack. Hopefully. So he gets back in his car, and then immediately, after looking outside the window, a kaiju destroys his vehicle. And then then Deku crawls out of the vehicle after being squished, the kaiju being surprised that the human lived his squish. So Deku, gets killed. Gets killed. I'm kidding. But he does, definitely, start dying. Deku, after, I think, relaxing, after relaxing his bones and popping those back in, he just, oh man, I just can't not ignore the dog dying. He's such a good boy. but he dies, so not a good boy. Okay, let's go back to what I was talking about. So Deku, after popping his bones back in, and visiting the kaiju, which is actually a pretty massive one with like huge teeth. Oh, it's freaking revolting. Like it's swole. It looks like an actual Attack on Titan. So that looks huge. It's creepy. Oh, its eyes are just bulging out of his skull. His retinas are red. And then sees Deku's still alive, and then actually speaks. He says, "So you're no ordinary human, I see." And then he tries squishing Deku, which Deku catches his foot, and then throws it off him, which the kaiju was not expecting. The kaiju keeps trying to hit Deku, but Deku keeps dodging and blocking it. One time, the kaiju got fed up and then got even swoller and smacked the goofy out of Deku. And then he just went flying into a skyscraper. Then he smacked it, flew, and then he used air currents. Like he just, his legs become explode. His pant legs, like under your knee, explode, and then he gets air currents for legs. That's how he can fly like Iron Man or that fire. Actually, like Shinji from Fire Force, just starts flying towards the talking the talking talking kaiju. People really call it the talking kaiju. Some people call it the ugly kaiju. Disgusting features. Rest in pieces, Fenrir. F F's in chat for F's in chat for Fenrir. The absolute G of this whole series. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll miss you, Fenrir. Alright. So Deku, after fighting off his punching the giant kaiju in the face, making it turn around and like screech at Deku. Not even not even humanoid. It's like more of a bird screech. It's like with that. But Deku, it does not care, even though his ears are bleeding. He starts freaking bashing in the kaiju. But before the kaiju squad could get there, because Deku sees him in the corner of his eye, he transforms into his kaiju state, rolls to seem like he got hit. But the talking kaiju tries to like speak, "Why did you roll?" And then he gets punched. Then the squad doesn't know what to do, so Baku, being hot-headed as always, bowling in past Deku, luckily, and then just explodes the talking kaiju's face off. But then it regenerates. Yes, this kaiju can regenerate. It can talk, it can regenerate, it can boost its strength. That's some bullcrap, right? And then Deku, seeing this, knowing he has to hit it hard, and hit strong. But when Deku, the kai, I think we'll call it the evolving kaiju. Maybe the evolutionary kaiju. That's a great name. The evolutionary kaiju. So the Titan, it actually Deku's Titan form finally gets vocal cords, so now he can talk out of his kaiju form. So now he can finally talk to people about, he's being a nice kaiju. So when Deku Kaiju talks, Bakugo wasn't expecting it, was caught off guard, and almost got killed. But but Deku blocking the Kaiju's fist from Bakugo with both his hands, and he just tears off. Then he puts his hands around the Kaiju, the ugly ugly Kaiju, and just chucks it the opposite away from from Sato, Kirishima, and Shoto. The trio. The ugly kaiju is getting really mad. He starts slamming his fist on the ground, breaking concrete. He's getting really frustrated. This kaiju is frustrated. He is foaming at the mouth. That's how mad he is. His eyes are even pulsating even more. But then the kaiju starts going on this spiel how he's the ultimate kaiju. He's the only kaiju who deserves the rank of. And then he says, I think he says, dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with One Punch Man rules here. He's a dragon type kaiju. And this kaiju starts going on this spiel about how great he is and how amazing he is. But then the Deku is just getting tired of this. His eyes only it starts glowing. Then he starts glowing and steaming at the same time. Then runs at the kaiju, runs at starts running like Elon Bolt at this kaiju. And then leans back, steps his foot on the ground, and then pops the ugly kaiju in the mouth. And that makes it go flying. But Deku, not letting this guy just go flying, then he just upgrades to a new ability where he can just shoot uh, plasma beams. What? And then he just annihilates the ugly titan, besides its torso. But it regenerates after that, and then starts screaming at Deku for how dare he touch the almighty and all-powerful uh, talking kaiju. That's what he refers to himself. But no one calls him that. Not even the kaijus. They call him, like, Ugly Steve. Or some stuff. Or, like, Ugly Kaiju. Because he doesn't actually have a name. He just gave him that name. And everyone called him the Ugly Kaiju. The kaijus at birth never get a name. Don't get a name. Until they go to the surface world and then they get names. Then, Sato showed, barrel in for your boy, Izuku. Well, they don't know it's Izuku, they just know it's the, evolutionary kaiju. Because when Deku was fighting the crab creature, his muscles looked like they started bulging. Some people thought he was just flexing, but some people actually thought his muscles were growing the more he killed. That would be a great theory. And it's true, because the more kaiju Deku kills, the more he evolves from them. And then Deku, absolutely, kills him, man. He starts beating up this ugly kaiju with, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But Shoto, after clinging to a wall and then freezing it to make an ice pillar, then it smacks out of the, ugly kaiju. Then Deku then tears the pillar of ice off, and then smacks it across the ugly kaiju's face. And then he uses the other bit to stab him with it, so it stops him from regenerating because there's an item there. So the kaiju tries to reach for it, but Deku, being 2 steps ahead of this boy, then he punches where the shard should be stabbed in. So then his arm just explodes. But then Sato shows up and then punches it with his upgraded gear. So the ugly kaiju gets even knocked back. Then Kirishima, after seeing the ugly kaiju get up and then about to annihilate Sato. I mean, yeah. I think it was Sato. I said Sato, right? Sato, that's his name. I made Sato the guy that showed up, right? So Kirishima just blocks that crap. No way he was gonna let Sato get killed. And Sato and him go flying until Deku catches them. Then he takes Sato into his right hand, then throws Kirishima with his left, and then Kirishima already knowing what to do, it turns into a cannonball, and then hardens, and then becomes a cannonball, and then basically becomes a bullet, and then and then the ugly kaiju's brain cuts open, and he has a bullet through his brain. Then he throws Sato to open that wound, so Sato lands at the ugly kaiju's face, gripping onto its skin, and then popping his head in half. So Deku, after absolutely G'ing up these guys, remember I already played this game, so I know where everything is. So after Deku relaxes from, not relaxes, but runs towards the ugly kaiju after its head is split in half, and when it starts to regenerate, its arm and its head, Deku kills him by kicking him in the nuts, which for some reason the kaiju actually had nuts for some reason. Deku didn't even know he had nuts, she was just aiming for the groin, and the kaiju fell down. And then when the kaiju tried to hit Deku back with his still breathing arm, he catches the kaiju's hand, and then powers up his body for I didn't really choose the hardest difficulty so I could speak easily. I'm just gonna punch these fuckos. So Deku, after helping with the problem of, you know what I mean, right? He helps with the problem of kaijus. Then after Deku, after Deku rips off the other kaiju's arm, he then decides, how about I use this thing as a tool, and then starts bludgeoning the kaiju's brain in. And the kaiju, after, getting bludgeoned, the ugly kaiju, not the absolutely immaculate, cool-looking Deku Titan, evolving Titan, evolutionary Titan, kaiju. Why do I keep saying Titan? That's okay. Oh. Kobe. Kobe. I already know where everything is. I don't really need to focus on that. You can beat the whole game without even upgrading a single piece of your armor. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm assuming you can. After Deku, after he's done bludgeoning the kaiju, he then throws it into the air, also throwing the arm, and then hyper beaming his. Okay, I already know how to do this. Kobe. And I missed. Kobe. Got it. I don't gotta trade this with me right now. Or Freya. That's a spoiler. After, Deku's hyper beam, which he then screams with a roaring passion to kill this kaiju. Because it's super freaking annoying. So Deku kills screams with a hyper beam, and then killing the kaiju. Shut up. Ho. Brutality. Okay. So Deku, you wanna go? I'll bury yes. Correct. Sucks to suck, buddy. Alright. As I was saying, Deku, forcing himself to, power even further beyond his limits, which is unhinging his jaw and almost breaking it. He, kills the ugly kaiju with one easy swoop. He's really good at that whole swoop thing. The whole bag thing. Hacks over. So Deku, punching that like and subscribe button. Sorry, I just had to plug that there. After Deku is exhausted and he starts degrowing, he tries to keep. Uh, Obviously, everyone's seeing him degrow, but he's trying to like keep himself from degrowing. So he keeps trying to wake up, but like it's really hard because he's freaking exhausted from all the fighting he's been doing. He really hasn't gone that long a period. He really doesn't fight in his kaiju form. He usually just fights in his human form. But he had to use the kaiju form for so long that it kind of drained him. So he's a bit exhausted. After, fighting this ugly kaiju for this entire time. So he keeps trying to gain conscience again, but, that's not gonna happen when you're freaking exhausted. You can't just awake after being exhausted. Huh, what's through here? Oh wait, never mind. Kobe. So Deku, easily going through the crowd of people. Kobe. Fucked. Kobe again. Alright, now we're done with all these people. I'll get freaking parried. Sucks to suck. Come here. Alright. Deku, come here, where you going? You going nowhere, boy. Okay. So Deku, killing, after Deku kills it, like, he's struggling to stay awake. Like, his eyes are bulging. His, glowing eyeballs are bulging after that, amazingly painful swing. Kobe. That's what you get for being a whore. So Deku, after, assessing the problem he has... get right. Where's this stupid motherfucker? Deku assessing the problem he has, trying to stay in his kaiju form, until the kaiju people, walk up to the kaiju, the kaiju they don't even know anything about, and says, are you about to explode or something? But the kaiju then speaks, no, it's just I'm really exhausted and my body's not... Well, actually, he can't even get words out. He just says, I'm really exhausted, could you please let me calm down? Get out of my face, get out of my face, get out of my face, get out of my face. Oh, fuck you. I'm not gonna need a single health creature for this round. So after Deku, oh, god darn it. Oh, that's not even fair. Oh, that's not even fair. Okay. Alright, come here. Boy. So after Deku is, roaring in anger about having to deal with this bullcrap he has to deal with today. I get that shit on my face. Nah, get out. Get that out. Get that out of my face. Oh, block. 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 Dodge. Oh, he almost got me. But no. Fuck you. You suck. Block. Uh-oh. You made me parry. Made me parry there, buddy. Ooh. 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 Ooh, the skill? Get out of my face. Look at this bro. Easy, no damage. Bro, I'm gonna have to take a no damage run for a second here, bro. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Get back here. Okay, that's not even fair. I could not unforce that damage. Okay. After Deku, punches the concrete and starts trying to stay awake, and then he starts socking himself in the face, which makes him bleed, but he luckily he starts regenerating it. But then the kaiju people start getting afraid because this kaiju is like forcefully trying to make itself be big. So then they actually fly around the kaiju and start punching it in human joints. You know, sleeping joints. You know, in the movies, because those don't actually exist. Where humans' points are, because he looks like a human. So They keep trying to battery ram them. Deku is trying to get them away from him so he can stay awake. He's not even close to trying to kill them. He's so not close to killing them that he actually pops off all his armor that he layers onto himself so he can become more layered. So he can be less he actually layers himself in more armor instead of trying to kill them. But they persist and start breaking through his armor. And then Deku eventually, being under all this pressure, starts shrinking with his shield stuff starting to break off. Then they start seeing a gray hue of human skin, then human nails, then a human face, then some green tinted hair, and a naked human. And Deku's salon. We won't talk about it. They was looking at that Shamit. But Bakugo, knowing who this is, as runs towards Deku, actually starts exploding towards Deku, and then gives him a hug, so tight that Deku just awakens from how much pressure there was. Then after Deku seeing it's Bakugo, he hugs right back, getting a better grip on Bakugo's back, and then Bakugo lifts him, and it's all this joy in their voices, like they're so happy that either of them are alive. Well, more Bakugo because he thought he thought Izuku died, but he keeps hugging him and he just won't let go. At one point, Deku says, "Can you drop me?" He just says, looks at him in the eyeballs, and says, "Hell no." And then Deku, after realizing, oh yeah, he can stand, tells him, uh, you know, a horseback ride, and Izuku on Baku's back. They fly back to the no, no. Okay, so then they start flying back to the corp, and then busting down the doors, flopping Deku on the teacher's desk. He was just drinking his coffee in a nice little cup, in a nice little coffee cup. But then he just flips out because he just sees a naked teen adult on his desk. Still, he's kind of concerned they just dropped a naked guy on his desk. It's Aizawa, by the way. Aizawa is still, the teacher. Just, what? Obviously, he was already prepared for this. Grabs a blanket from his wardrobe that cools people down. Yeah, see, no hit run. Cutscene hits don't count. And then Deku punches through people. Yeah, shoot him, Trace. Shoot him, Trace. Shoot him, Trace. Shoot him again. Pop. Oh, okay. Time to die. After assessing the situation, Deku, nope, I already knew you were gonna do that, son of a bitch. Get that? Kobe. Deku, after awaking after a long time in a hospital bed, PTSD rising, because, last time he was in one of these, he got his hands decapitated, and he was turned into a kaiju. So Deku immediately gets up with his gown, and then walks to a closet. For some reason, knowing there's gonna be clothes in there, then he opens it to see a bluish black shirt and a bluish black shirt. So Deku puts it on like an animal without looking if there was any underwear or shorts or pants. I don't really know what he would wear. Then Deku sees fresh new pair of underwear and jeans. So he puts this on and relaxes after. Just then he sits. Then he just starts trying to walk out of the building without any regard for his. He just starts. He thought this was just a hospital that he was sent to from Bakugo. So he thought, oh yeah, I can just check myself out. Nope. Guess where he is? The foundation of kaiju killers. The whole point of him going out in the world was not to be found by these guys. And now he's sitting here in the middle of it. So immediately Deku starts getting scared. So he runs back to his room, locks the door, and then tries, hiding. Not hiding, but more like defending. Gets into a stance, waiting for anyone to try something. He's already armored up and his head turning into a kaiju again. He's not gonna go full kaiju, but he's gonna be able to block. So he won't, die. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But then someone knocks out the door and then he just doesn't answer because, that's probably one of the smartest ways you can probably deal with the whole situation right now. Because, that guy's trying to kill him. Caught it. Get the frick out of here. Okay, he's dead. She's dead. Oh, here he is. Ooh, what? Okay, I thought that guy was still alive. Oh. Oh, you son of a... Get back here. Get back here. I'm gonna cut you in half. Alright, so Deku. There goes the no-hit run. After Deku, assesses his situation, as you do. Sorry. Says to come in, unlocking the door. And then he sees Bakugo. Actually, no, he doesn't see Bakugo. He sees Aizawa with paper ships, paperwork. Aizawa looking absolutely exhausted, doing all this new paperwork. Giving it to Deku and, it's Thunder Boy. Run. I'm scared of thunder. After Deku, decides to sit down with, Aizawa. Aizawa pulls up a chair. He has a chair on his back. Like, it's strapped to his back. So then he starts explaining the fact that they want to hire him into this place, knowing full well they're taking away his job he worked so hard for. But they will say that they will let him. He will get a free room and a roommate that they've already chosen. So Deku reluctantly agrees because what else is he supposed to do? Die. So, oh god damn it! I'm trying to sleep here and speak in my own mind. So, let's grab that thing. God damn the roof. Alright. Who goes there? After that whole situation, Deku, after deciding the whole, wondering what roommate he's gonna get, hoping it's Bakugo because he really does not want to talk to anyone else. And luckily, it is Bakugo. They then hug again, less tight than last time. Still as tight as, still tight. Bakugo starts crying because he misses his best buddy, quote unquote. And Bakugo lets go of Deku for a second, taking a breath and then talking in a more respectable tone, telling him that this is the Kaiju Force Academy. And he would hope if you respect um, all manner of rules and placements here. And then he goes back to Bakugo and then tells Deku, where have you been? I've been worried for almost 5 years, buddy. For 5 years. Actually, I think it's 6 years. 6 years, dude. 6 years, and he was worried so sick for you, for Deku. And he starts bawling his eyes out again, as you do when you see a friend that you assumed was dead. So Deku says he has no problem. The only reason he didn't really contact him was because he didn't know where he was. Because when he checked Mitsuki's house, old house, he didn't see Mitsuki there because they moved. They were really sick and tired of losing friends and family to kaijus, so they just moved further out of the city. So they're more in the mountain area, but not where Deku is, like farther, way farther away from him. So he just assumed they moved out of the entire country, like a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person? Yeah, the lion's been memed to shit. Okay. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Thoris, Your Highness. Alright. Shut your wet. Okay. Deku, after putting on his new uniform, it's it's basically just UA form, but like more black and gray. Like the tie instead of red is black, and and there's still gray on his suit, but it's more a darker shade of gray. It's basically just a dark suit, but like more, you know, more student-like. So Deku, after walking the whole hours, Deku, after, yeah, going to his first ever regiment. Only Sato, Shoto, Todoroki, and Kirishima know about his secret. They just know new entrance student who has a skin condition. They don't know what the skin condition is, but they'll just ask him. And then, obviously, Deku, already knowing this, would do everything in his power to make up something. Like, before he went to class, he like, kept running through the names that he could have used. And they just called it, Gray Izarin. The Gray Izarin skin disease. Because, in the past, a man had it for some reason, and I guess it just passed on to him. So Deku, walks in front of the class, and everyone immediately asks, "Why is your skin gray?" Deku says, "It's because of great, the great grayish skin condition. It was passed down to him by his great plus, great, and he keeps saying great until everyone gets like, we get it. And then he says, well, plus great times great uncle, actually aunt, and that's why he looks like this. Actually, his great grandfather. He's related. He's saying he's related to a North god. Yes, I'm adding Kratos into the My Hero Academia universe. What you gonna do about it? So, Deku shows a photo of Kratos with a white skin condition. But everyone's saying, well, why is this thing white? He doesn't know either because, no, Ash is gray. No one really knows how his skin turned white because, he was covered in ashes instead of, white pigment. So, everyone just lets him be. So Deku sits down next to Bakugo because Bakugo never wanted anyone to sit next to him. The right seat was always going to be in for Deku's soul, quote unquote. Now Deku's actually there. No. I'm predicting your lines, Kratos. After Deku decides to force himself to, grunge up the strength to raise his hand, asking what they'll be learning today. Obviously, Isaiah saying, "Shut your way." So, I'm kidding. That's not what he actually says. That's what Thor said, though. Uh, after Deku, after Isaiah says, "Fine, since you asked so nicely," like in a more sassy tone, because he did not ask nicely. He did not. So he says, "Alright, come here." So Deku punching through the competition. Come back here. Think you can just run from me, you son of a gun? Why, you just running? Oh, get the ooh. Oh, motherfucker. Off me. Come here. Come on. I want to see the real you, buddy. My axe back. So Deku, after getting into the training hall, because that's what he said, they're going to be training their quirks. Heavens. So they're going to be training their quirks plus their raid suits. Come here, I dare you. Fuck you. Get wrecked. No. Block. I can block that shit. Come here. After, oh my god. Deku, gets clapped. Oh. Oh. No. Oh god. Oh. Get the fuck out of here. I hate getting disrespected like that. Sorry to you old teachy bastard. Shut up. Shut up. After, Deku gets into his raid suit saying, his quirk is the power to, here. Come here. Just come here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's me. Deku, after, assessing his opponent, which is, I guess we'll just say it's, Denki Kaminari. Knowing his quirk is fire, so, yeah. Oh, okay, my fault. Oh god. So after Deku, assesses his situation, you can't really win this one, Assessing his opponent, knowing his power is electricity, because, seriously, man, you legit have a yellow lightning bolt. How did he not think you were, oh no, I say when you're done. I predicted it. Like always, I am the predictor of gods. I'm like mirror, motherfucker. Get the fuck back here. No, I'm too good. We even crit Thor like it's nothing. I could definitely do this in a real game. I actually think I did better without peaceful mode. Deku, oh, I forgot that didn't freaking work. Get back here. No, shut up. Give me your neck. Punchy. Oh god. Stop freaking throwing me into the air like a freaking Dragon Ball character. Stop. Stop doing it. Stop. 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 I can't really talk about the what if when I'm getting my ass beat. Oh. Come here, motherfucker. Colby. Alright, let's continue where our story left off, shall we? Deku, after powering up to his maximum form of, Alright, shut the Oh my god. Oh. Is that a frozen lightning bolt? Cool. Who gives a fuck? Come here. We don't care. Get through here. Get through here. Get through here. Okay, of course, he's just gonna dodge it. Ooh, I dodged. Come here. Uh-oh. He grabbed me. Okay. You son of a gun. That was not nice, was it? Was it? Was it now, sir? So, I can't really speak because I'm fighting Thor, you know. You know, the god of thunder. Oh, my heavens. I'm just getting thrown around the place, my god. Oh. Deku, sorry, I'm, like, really into this fight. This fight's probably one of my favorite, God of War fights. Deku, after assessing the situation of, how Kaminari relies on his quirk and not martial art skill. Oh god. Block, block. Ah, shit, shield. Oh god. I see why my sons fall to you, but I am not my sons. Well, your version of you. But I am not my sons. And Allfather has plans for your boy. Hey, get some freaking justice. Oh my god. That face is gonna be memed to hell soon. Alright. Let's go back to the what if after I just got my booty cheeks. After I clap Thor's booty cheeks. Alright. So Deku, after assessing the whole, no, Kaminari can't fight, only using his quirk. And after everyone's behind safety glass. My fucking ribcage. Come here. Thank you. I really thought the ribcage part was going to be like him having failed liver or something. But I guess not. Okay. Excuse me. Man, can I run, please? After Deku. Alright, let's get back to the what if. I'm sorry for... Yeah, you just had to skip to a certain time. You could, if you skip the whole Thor fight, good job. Let's get back to the what if, sorry. So Deku, pushing through his, after armoring up and then making a kaiju head. Everyone's wondering, that's seriously his quirk? A freaking kaiju? Kaiju quirk? Bro, that's just, like, unlucky for us, since... unlucky for him, because our whole quirks were designed to negate kaijus, but instead of Kaminari just one-shotting Deku, it's actually Deku who one-shots Kaminari, because as soon as he shoots his lightning bolt at Deku, he powers straight through it. Not even phased about the whole situation. And then he just runs straight through Kaminari's lightning and gives him a fact check to the jaw. The fact being his freaking knuckles. And then Kaminari starts flying. Bro flew so hard his freaking clothes came off. Don't worry, he still has underwear on. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And then he got knocked out. Cleaned. Got cleaned his kalak with facts. Because kaiju scales are immune to electricity. So Deku, killing, basically annihilating Kaminari. Aizawa claps his hands together, saying, "Bravo, bravo! Could you at least not, you know, kill your classmate next time?" He's still alive, isn't he? That's what Deku says. Aizawa saying, "Good point, but still, don't hit him that hard next time." Deku saying, "All right, I won't." I swear to God, if that's Deku. as I was saying, you better not be lying, because I swear God, if I see Kaminari's underwear again, I'm going to smack you. Oh my God, well, it's already been an hour? Okay, let's finish this up then. Deku, returning to his dorm after class, after the whole Kaminari getting flung to a wall. Class was over for the day. Then he went to his dorm room with Bakugo. Bakugo, excited to see how Izuku's evolved after 6 years of being missing. Deku says he's evolved a lot. He became a police chief, which Bakugo greatly claps for. But, now he's a student at this force place. Bakugo smiling and nodding. And Deku says, "What of you? How is Mitsuki?" Then Bakugo frowns, saying, "She was killed in a kaiju attack about 4 years ago." So Deku then gets a somber expression, not then about to cry. Actually, he does cry, but his tears have been soaked by kaiju blood. He hasn't cried in a long time. So now his tears are black, and he starts crying black tears. Bakugo, after brushing them off, holding his cheeks, here, Bakugo holding Deku's clothes, and not, his little cheeks, he says, "Don't worry, Deku, I've gotten over it," and he hopes that you could get over it as well. So Deku, after learning of Mitsuki's death, he then promptly cries because he lost one of his family members, and he smiles with tears through his eyes, saying he hopes he does get through it. Then Bakugo's heartstrings prick slightly. We hear a little, like a Japanese blade cutting a string. You know what I mean? Alright. Kobe? Alright, so that's where I'm going to leave the What If off today, and hope you all enjoyed the Kratos gameplay, and I'll see y'all later.